Welcome back to hour number 4 of Sagas of the Icelanders. Let's find out what Ingeborg had to see
Yeah, what
in
did Ingeborg
Hilda's
have to
future.
see?
Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo.
All right, Ingeborg, roll that 2d6 plus 2.
5 plus 5 plus 2.
5 plus 5.
5 plus 2. 5 plus 5 plus 2.
And Ingeborg, you have a relationship with Hilda, so you can check that box.
Aw.
Bad box. Oh.
I've moved on to Red Cup, so you know it's getting serious.
Getting
Oh,
serious,
damn.
dude.
I don't know
already
what that
drank
means.
from my red cup.
What's in the red cup?
Oh, what? Look, you've never been a drunk college boy then.
Well,
Oh, man,
look
yeah.
up this.
I don't know,
That
I
doesn't,
put-
you don't have just orange juice chilling in your cup.
Dude,
I don't want to judge
put
your story,
champagne
Jesse.
in my red
No.
cup,
Even.
so
Ooh, another 7. Well, my.
Oh my
if
gosh.
he, rolls,
did you
if he
roll-
rolls one more 7, he gets
rolled
infinity
exactly
damage.
the same.
I hit the
You rolled-
jackpot.
Yeah, he gets 9,999 HP, and all of his hits
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
999.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can ask me 2 of those questions, but the rest of it is hidden from you.
All right, who do I see?
Let
You
me
see.
think. Hey Hilda, who does he see? Who does she see?
whoa, can you do that?
Wait, what?
Is that
What
allowed by
happened
the
to
rules
Hilda?
of Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know.
Who does she see?
actually, It actually is allowed by the rules.
Who does she see? She
dude.
sees the monks.
Oh, all 3 of them?
All 3 of the monks.
Okay, you see all 3 of the monks. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And what do I see happening to them?
Well, Hilda,
The power is real.
Oh my gosh. You're just toying with Crendor and Jesse, aren't you, Steven? Look at his face. This is what he was doing to
Yeah.
the break. I thought he was
I
doing
too.
something, rubbing his beard.
Yeah,
He-
I
rolled
do
a
it
12.
All right,
in
all
the
right, all right.
spirits
Roll a 12.
industry. Yeah.
What does he see, and I get to choose whatever it is?
yeah, what do you see happening to the monks?
Gotcha. I mean, this is what he sees happening to the monks, though, yes?
She, but yes.
Sorry, she. This is what Crendor sees. Okay. The monks have resurrected a cross, and nailed to the cross is Ingeborg with a cut in her side looking just like Jesus.
Whoa!
What up,
What?
Crendor? What up, G?
Whoa!
What?
What up, G?
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm
So
like,
that's what you see, Ingeborg. What's your reaction to that?
I'm like, it appears that I see monks and that they've put up some sort of cross, but I don't know who's on the cross. It appears it could be anyone, even Erland.
Fuck, why me? Why me again?
she-
Why
you-
always me? Always me. You know what? Fuck this shit. Fucking out of here.
We just want to keep killing Shannon's characters over and over again.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll
Shannon's
make
kinda
the
like
rules.
Kenny.
I'm just trying to live.
Oh, Kenny. Poor Kenny.
But
Yeah.
deep down, I'm very distraught because I've seen myself.
Yeah. Are you a little bit shocked by this, Ingeborg?
I am a little bit shocked that I've seen myself, but I don't want to tell Hilda that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And then, so
Um,
I ask, what do monks and a cross and Erland on the cross? What does that have to do with me?
I do not know what that has to do with you. However, Erland was in here earlier, and I saw the whole town kneeling around her, or him, and
Mm.
and
Oh my
Did-
god.
it could make sense now that the pieces have fallen.
Oh, shit.
Ingeborg is good at spinning those tails.
Boo.
So, like, while you two sort of untie the tangled web of this vision, let's see what's happening with Erland as he heads back towards the long hut. What are you doing as you go, Erland?
So Erland is, for the first time in weeks or months or whatever, not walking completely hunched over. Now he's kind of like pulling himself up a bit, and he finds his back to feel very stiff and aged, and the cold is biting into his backbone, like his backside, like it's very brittle. But he feels like he wants to walk this way anyways, almost in defiance. And so he marches up to the longhouse or the house or whatever we fucking call it. I don't remember. And
I don't fucking care anymore. I don't fucking care. You guys are gonna sacrifice me. I don't fucking care.
he takes the no. Where are all the people? Like, where's Gunhild? She's in the main house, right? That's
Yeah, she's in the longhouse, and probably so is Rolf and Hrald.
Perfect. So, so he takes his walking stick and he wraps it on the door, and he just sort of stands there and waits.
Yeah, Hrald, the 5-year-old boy, opens the door, and he comes running out and he grabs your hand, like the hand that's holding the walking stick, and he just starts like jumping around in a circle, like dancing with you.
So Erland is going to have trouble hanging on to the walking stick, like when this child starts touching him.
Yeah.
And he's going to kind of be shaken, and he kind of doesn't really know what to do. And so he just kind of stands there frozen.
Yeah, he's like pulling on your hand and dancing, and like if you don't really do anything to fight this or whatever, he's gonna like pull you around in a circle as he sort of like jumps and dances.
Yeah, so all of the strength just is completely sapped out of Erland like in a minute, and he just sort of gets pulled and yanked around, and he no longer can stand his ground. He's just shocked and being basically like toyed with like a pillow. Yeah.
So like eventually he sort of stops and he's standing there like breathing hard in the snow. And he sort of like has a big smile on his face. He's looking up at you. He still like seems very shy, but he just sort of goes, and then he runs back into the house, and you hear him go, "Mom!"
So at that, Erland is going to kind of follow him slowly and go back to the door. And then, did he leave the door open?
Yeah.
Perfect. So he just kind of stops at the doorway and then takes a step in, thinking that like the door being open was welcome.
Yeah, sure.
And stands there.
Gunhild like shows up out of one of the back rooms. She's like, wiping a pewter plate down or something like that. She says, "Ah, stranger, what did you say her name was? I didn't quite get it last time."
It is Erland. Erland.
Yes, Erland. Welcome to our home. Has anyone shown you to Coral's old hut?
Coral's hut? No, nobody has shown me there.
Yes, well, we have a number of empty huts now. We had a hard summer. You're welcome to stay in.
The other two guys in Coral's hut.
Was it Coral's hut?
Coral's hut?
There's a bunch of empty huts. Like, I think probably the other guys were in someone else's hut, maybe Scum's.
Okay. as long as he's not like, oh shit, all of a sudden slaves. Damn.
Yeah, that's why I was
everybody's in
confused. I was
Coral's
like,
hut.
are we putting Kurt? Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to confirm I got
it's a hut on its own. Cool. All right. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So
And she says, is there something you need?
I only wish to say Tuck, and I cannot begin to say how much what you are doing for me now means to me. You are, and clearly have always been, a woman of good heart and good honor. And with that, he kind of like stops talking, and then he just kind of like gets a little bit weak again, and he's sort of leaning a bit more on his walking stick.
She looks kind of taken aback at your comment, and she sort of looks at you a second time, like almost like she's seeing you for real for the first time, and sort of gives you a once over, kind of appraising you. Says, stranger, well, your words are very kind. As I said, you're welcome to our hospitality, and for your labor on the farm and for your help around Gari home, you are more than welcome to stay here and to eat your fill of our hospitality. please, if you need supplies, simply come let me know. Let me show you to Quarrel's hut. It's where you can make your place.
So he nods and follows you.
Yeah. So she leads you off a little bit ways over next to the river where there's an older, dilapidated hut. Looks like it hasn't been tended to in, about 6 months or something. She shoves open the door for you. It's still furnished. There's still an old stale bed with a mattress still on it, and some pots and pans, and there's a fireplace over along one of the walls, that sort of thing. It's just a small one-room hut, but it'll be cozy enough for you once you get a fire going, that sort of thing.
So he looks around and he doesn't really pay it much attention. He just kind of glances for like a half a second and looks back at her and just says, "Tuck again." And then he kind of like puts his head down and just looks at the ground, just waiting for you to leave.
Yeah, she nods and smiles and turns back and heads back to the long hut to, continue with unloading goods and preparing for the evening, things like that. Let's go back over to Ingrid and Hilda. What are y'all up to now?
I am no Ingrid. I am Ingeborg.
Ingrid is my lady. She's my baby's
Ingeborg.
mom.
Yeah, she's the blonde bombshell. Definitely not
Ingeborg and Hilda,
So-
not Ingrid and Helga.
He asked, she asked, how does this relate to
Yes.
her? And I am like, well, it would only make sense if you're the one to bring Erland to the cross.
And I ask, did you see me in this vision?
I did not see you, but it is a vision of yours, so somehow you must be involved, and that would make sense.
And then I grab her on the shoulders. I'm like, tell me, this is very important. Did you see soup?
I'm just kind of like, I don't think I saw soup.
I stand up and just sort of, one of my feet scatters the bones. And I'm like, well, when you see wine or soup, let me know. And just walk out of the hut.
Nice. Cool. So, Ingeborg, I think you gain a 3 bonds with Hilda.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's some
Cool.
powerful shit.
Yep, that's a strong thing.
Love that pow.
Eamon, you've come home to your. Is she your betrothed, or have you gotten married, or what? Ingrid.
I would hope that we'd gotten married.
Okay, cool, sure. Yeah, surely there was some sort of simple ceremony in the fall to formally join the two of you. Okay. Yeah, she wasn't able to travel
married.
since.
God damn. We
Since
missed that.
she was 6 months pregnant by the time it was time for y'all to head off to Liot's place for the midwinter feast. Did you bring anything back for her specifically?
Yeah. Can I bring back something?
Totally.
Okay. I'm gonna bring her back like a wool jacket thing that she can put over.
Ah, very
Like a
nice.
shawl? Is that what
Yeah, you bartered for some kind of a woolen shawl or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. She receives it with joy and throws herself around you. Her belly is sort of getting in the way. It's definitely bulging out some, though not enormous or anything like that yet at this point. She's overjoyed to see you.
I pick her up and swing her around and give her a kiss, and then also kiss her belly.
Yeah, she runs her hands through your hair, and she asks you to tell her of the time that you spent at Liot's place.
And I do. I tell her everything, and we sit around a warm fire,
Yeah.
catch up.
Do you tell her about Eamon, this wanderer, or the monks?
Erland?
Erland.
Yeah, God, Erland.
Keep messing us up, man.
Come on.
These people,
She better know who-
Hilda, Helga, Eamon, and Erland.
You're ruining the
it's
immersion.
doom.
A legacy inside her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell her about the wanderer who has joined us, and how Gunhild wants me to keep an eye on him, as well as the 2 Christians that we're kind of keeping in slavery, I guess.
Yeah. She hears about Erland, and this wanderer who simply showed up unannounced at the door, and she says, "Wait, describe his features to me. Tell me how he looks."
I try to describe him the best I can.
Yeah. Erland, can you just quickly describe yourself for us again?
Oh, yeah. So Erland is very emaciated. He's basically swimming in his shitty old clothes that have been tattered and worn out, and there's twigs and bits of dirt that are just basically mushed into them.
Yeah.
His face is very insunken, and he has bags underneath his eyes that almost overlap. They're so
Yeah.
large. And then his eyebrows and beard are kind of patchy and almost gone because he's lost hair and he's missing
Yeah.
teeth.
Eamon, as you're saying this, she stops you and she says, "Wait, eyes? Both eyes."
I mean, what?
He has both eyes.
You have both eyes, right? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Both eyes.
Ah, I have heard tale from other members of my family that it is sometimes true that the gods come and walk among us as wanderers, that Odin himself can appear as a bent old man with a single eye and a cane, but it sounds as though this perhaps is just a man who has fallen hard on his luck. Very well.
Interesting tale. But no,
Should we
fairly certain he had 2 eyes.
greet him and have him over for dinner this evening?
Sounds like a great idea.
Very well. Perhaps I should find him where he's staying and invite him.
I guess that would be the appropriate thing, right? With
Yeah, either her or you. I don't know. I don't know if it matters.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so she says, I'll be right back, and she throws a coat on and she wanders. I suppose you've told her that he's staying in Coral's hut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Erland, you hear a knock on the door.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Erland was already building a fire, so he gets up and takes his time but opens his door.
Yeah. You see a beautiful young woman there, probably, how old is this girl? She's 22. Curly blonde hair, bright rosy cheeks. She looks like she's glowing with, the inner glow of pregnancy. She smiles at you and she says, "Hello, stranger traveler. My name is Ingrid. I am Eamon's wife. I came to extend an invitation to you for a dinner this evening. Would you care to join us?"
Erland smiles at her greeting. As soon as he sees her, she just looks so cheerful, and you can see the missing teeth. And you also notice that there's a scar across his cheek, and his cheeks are all insunken. And he just says, and it's almost like the smile makes him kind of hideous to look at a little bit, so might creep you out a little bit.
Yeah,
but
she kind of, looks a little bit surprised at this, and it shrinks back momentarily, but then she recovers control of herself.
And so he just says, "It would be an honor." And
Excellent.
he grabs his stick and he walks out.
Yes, it's just this way. Follow me. She leads you off to Eamon's hut, and then she leads you inside, and she gestures to a chair nearby to sit yourself down. And she goes and begins preparing some meat and hands you a glass of mead. to tide yourself over while you're waiting for this to cook?
While she's cooking and doing that kind of stuff, I try to have small talk with him. But basically, I start off with, "So, Erland, where do you come from? Tell me your story."
Well, I came from the faraway homeland, and some time ago, I remember a boat, and there was a storm, and everyone but me has passed in that storm. I know no one. I have no Vinar, and I wandered a great distance looking for any people, any villages, and I found none. There was once, and they did not want anything to do with me, and then I found Liot. And that is a great, great boon to my life if it was not for him and then Gunhild.
Where was your voyage heading you to?
We were looking for a settlement. We were looking to settle anywhere, but it was just not to be.
So where did you come from that you were trying to run away from?
We were not running away. Well, maybe I was, but we were just looking to start a new life.
You say maybe you were. What were you perhaps running away from?
I am
Just in
filled.
space right now. What?
You guys, look, it's very intense. I imagine you two scooting close together and like staring each other in the eyes. This is very bromance moment.
Oh my god.
The chat's with me on this. They want. I'm waiting for the kiss to go down. I'm waiting for the kiss to go down. There's a lot of tension
The
here.
man kissing?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
What do you think I was referring to? Two Viking men kissing. I'm waiting for it. Go.
That's what we really all want to see here.
That's what I'm here. That's what I signed up for. I ain't leaving till two Viking men is kissing.
Good. I'll make sure that you're
Good.
comfortable
I like how
then.
you did it.
We're gonna be here for a while, I think.
Good.
Like how you
So-
did it in an accent too. Like good.
Good. Yeah. So Erland, like he seems to sort of shrink an extra 6 inches down in his chair, and he just says, "I am filled with neither." Which is a shame, by the way. I looked it up. And then he just kind of trails off and says, "I do not wish to speak of this anymore."
I kind of lean back and kind of, try to open up the area again and make it feel like he's more welcome. Well, drink up, and I like pour some more mead into your glass, and I kind of like slap you on the back a little bit, but then I realize I hit you a little too hard, and I'm like I grab you again to make you, and I'm like, we will feast tonight, and we will hear more tales of your journeys.
Yeah. So the evening continues on, and Ingrid, sort of sets places out at the table, and begins distributing meats and grains amongst the three of you. Eventually, as the three of you chat, lightly over the course of the evening, finally the conversation turns to the monks that have joined the farmstead. And she says, almost too casually, she says, "So, stranger, tell us, what do you know of this Christ that the monks speak of? Have you heard anything of him?"
Only what the monks have said, that he is their god and his land is filled with kings and knights. I'm assuming these are people of great wealth. They say that he performs what they call miracles, but I do not pay it any attention.
Miracles I don't know about, but don't you find it amusing that these Christians have simply stolen Odin and called him by a different name? She
I'm
sort of
not
looks,
sure if they've stolen Odin.
She looks around the table, she spreads her hands, she says, "No?
No,
Did not Odin hang from a tree?
Odin did, yes.
Was Odin not stabbed in the side by a spear?
Odin was, yes.
It is the same. This Christ, it is simply Odin, hung from a tree that was built of wood instead of the great Yggdrasil. It's quite silly, really. And instead of learning knowledge, this Jesus returned to life. Really, there are many comparisons to be made between the two.
This Christ, though, he is not missing an eye, is he?
Ah, no. Though I hear he wears a crown of thorns.
That sounds indeed very painful to bear.
Ah, yes, I suppose it would be, if it were true. Ah, I simply find it amusing at how closely related these characters are.
Indeed. I can see that comparison. And he
Amen.
drinks.
What do you think of this?
He's kind of just listening and kind of proud that his wife has made this comparison because he like feels kind of stupid because he didn't make that comparison. So he just keeps drinking.
Yeah, he's kind of like, that should have been me being smart like that. Yeah, cool. All right, nice. Ingeborg and Hilda, what are the two of you doing for this evening?
Sorry, I thought you were saying we were still together. I left.
Yes. No, I didn't think you were still together, but I'm just wondering
Okay.
what each of you is doing.
Crendor, you want to handle this?
I
Ingeborg,
was letting you go first.
All right, fine. whatever.
Hilda.
Hilda. I go back and decide not to really think much on what Ingeborg told me, and I just think it's all hooey, and I don't believe she has any powers at all. And I go back to my corner in the longhouse. I don't know if anything is going on in there. Doesn't matter. I just sit in the corner, and I don't have any alcohol on me, but I choose to sleep and pass out.
Okay, cool. So you go to your corner in the longhouse.
My corner.
I think you wake up at 4 a.m. or something like that. Someone's draped a heavy fur over you to keep you warm at night.
Oh. I go back to bed.
Maybe
I go
like
back to bed though.
we see one of those scenes where you're kind of drooling against the floor, nothing really over you, and you're kind of shivering at night. And there's just candlelight, and we see a woman's hands tucking a fur up over you.
Thank God! I thought
then-
it was that
and then,
creep from that other village. She's like, I
and
found
then
her and put a
patting you
fur on
the
her.
back. Yeah.
right.
Ingeborg, how about yourself
Yes.
this evening?
What am I doing? I am drinking some tea. And where are Olaf and Helga?
I think they've both come back in now that it's nighttime. Olaf bringing a big armful of wood to keep the house warm through the evening, and Helga probably had a smaller armful of wood herself.
All right. I am just. Are they still awake?
You tell me, how late in the evening are we seeing you?
Probably maybe 7 or 8 p.m.
Okay. Are
And
they still up
then-
by then? I mean, they're teenagers, so
Yeah, they're still
okay,
up.
sure.
And I'm gonna say that I'm curious about Olaf, and I want to see if I can read his future because he hasn't really done anything for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. How do you broach that subject with your foster son?
I walk up to him and I'm just kind of like, Olaf, what have you been up to lately? You've just been kind of just going through the normal procedures of life. You haven't really had any adventures or odd occurrences.
He shakes his head and says, Ah, mother. No. But then I need not a life of adventure. I dedicate my life to the gods. When Steinar was in town, he spoke to me of them at length and told me stories of Odin and Loki, that trickster, and Thor and Freya, Balder, Frigg. They were comforting to me. But these Christians, Mother, I do not understand why they are here in our town. I know that they are now our slaves, but it seems wrong. It seems like we tempt the gods after such a harsh summer. I worry. What say you?
And I'm like, I see your worry. Come with me, and maybe we can see what is ahead.
Ah. Very well, Mother. Yes. Let us find what your bones have in store for me. And he goes and he sits down at your table.
All right. And I pick up my bones. And I kind of get lost in the process of jiggling the bones.
Okay.
Yes, I love that. I'm just like, love those jiggling bones. And I just
Jiggling
toss
them
them.
bones. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You hurl them out across the table, and they spin and dance as they clatter against the wood.
Like little ballerinas.
Oh, yes. Which are definitely a thing in Iceland
Yeah.
in the 1100s.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. There could have been a couple of them
Yeah.
that nobody
but at that
really
time
knew
they
about.
they had dual wielding swords. And they murdered by the dozens.
All right. Roll your
Oh, yeah.
dice. 2d6 plus 2.
6 plus 2.
Damn. Finally, a 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
That's
right.
what we're looking for.
So let's see exactly what that means.
That's what we're
for
looking
you.
for. That's what I'm looking for.
So you get to ask me one question and answer the rest yourself.
All right. Who do I see?
You see Olaf.
All right.
Oh shit.
What circumstance is Olaf in?
What?
I like how that's your first reaction, Jake.
Ah, shit.
Turned off, like,
Oh, time
Oh.
limit.
time limit.
Whoa.
Oh no, we are fools. All right, hang on. We will take a 30-second break. We will reset the video call, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Darkness consumes
Welcome
you.
back. Our cameras might be a little dark for a little bit, but that'll fix itself pretty soon. So hang on. You were just seeing Olaf in your bones.
Yeah.
And there was a
And-
dark mist that went over it.
Yes, there's a dark mist over your bones as you read Olaf's
Mist.
future. What circumstance is Olaf in, and what do you see happening to him?
Olaf.
Yeah, buddy. What circumstances?
Great question. Olaf is in a circumstance.
No shit.
I know, right? Hold on. I'm trying to. This has to fit. Oh, the darkness is gone. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what has been seen. All right, this is kneeling about. You got the thing. I see Olaf and Erland. I see
Olaf and Erland. Okay.
Erland.
Yeah.
And I see some sort of tussle going on between them.
Oh, having a tussle.
Tussle. Yes.
Is it like a wrestling match?
No, it's not like a wrestling match. More of just like pushing and shoving, and that's all I see. It's like pushing and shoving.
That's it. That's all.
All right. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So that's the circumstance you see them in. What's happening to him?
What is happening to?
Yeah, because you kind of also see the outcome of this.
Oh yeah, that's true. And I see Olaf. Shannon put a sad face in the thing. I see Olaf taking Erland's arms and just pinning them behind his back.
Mm.
And then they kiss. This is my moment. This is my Viking moment.
That's when the vision breaks and blurs. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you say this back to Olaf? You say all of this to him?
I do.
Yeah. Olaf sort of scowls for a bit and he says, "Ah, well, if this man Erland is a righteous and godly man, then perhaps what you say will not come to pass. But if he instead is choosing to align himself with this Christ, yes, I think that he and I will come to a contest of physical prowess at some point, probably sooner rather than later."
And I'm like, yes, a lot of it does fall on what side they will choose. Whether they will choose truth or whether they will choose false idols that drink wine and die on crosses.
Ah, yes, but was it death on a cross or resurrection on a cross, Mother?
I'm like,
Based.
well, all I know is that they died on the cross, but I have no knowledge of how they came back from that.
Yes, well, best not to fill our heads with these lies too much, Mother. You and I, we know the truth about the
Yes.
gods.
Of course. But what do we know what this Erland believes? For he seems like a righteous fellow. But maybe you should go ask.
He seems like a righteous fellow.
You righteous fellow, are you?
What a
Yeah, no.
righteous fellow.
Oh, you righteous fellow, you all Sam
What a righteous fellow.
Yeah, Olaf looks at you, he says, Right, Mother, I'll go ask him tomorrow. We'll find out if he's a righteous man.
Alrighty then, there you go.
Alright
There
then.
you go, chap. Alrighty.
That's what he says. Hoity doity doity. Yeah.
Right,
Um,
love.
Time.
Yeah, so I think I think the evening starts to grow late and the fires start to burn low. Are there any other scenes that any of you want to have this evening before the night falls?
Bow chicka bow wow. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay.
All right, yeah, cool. There's a little bit of pregnant sex happening over in
Wow.
Eamon's
Says it.
hut.
Nice.
Just fucking says it.
Nice. It's a
Like,
fetish. She's fine.
No
What?
way. What do you?
I don't know if it's necessarily a fetish. Like, it is a fetish, but it doesn't have to be.
Look, I'm with you, man. I don't think anything's a
Shannon's
fetish.
like, meh,
I
meh.
believe there are no fetishes. Everything is cool. I agree with Steven.
Everything's
Steven, you heard it here. Our DM is down for anything.
Yep, we got it. We're good.
Wow, you
All
really
right.
wants to kill Ingeborg. Wow.
So, the night falls in truth, and the stars wheel overhead, and fires burn low. And I think that's where we should end it for this evening and go to some shoutouts. Next time, we probably will take a quick cut and see what's going on in the spring once the winter has passed, and then we're gonna be able to do some cool stuff because once you pass a winter successfully, that's a successful common move. When your character survives a winter in Iceland, you can add one of the following options to their advancement list: gain an additional relationship, change your character's role, create a new character to play, or retire this character from play.
Wow.
So,
We'll decide that next time.
yeah, well, you'll choose one of those advancements to add to your list, and then the next time you advance, you could take one of those if you wanted. But that's all in the future.
Wait, what's that under?
It's next time.
It's
Don't worry
one
about
of the
it. Worry about
It's
it
on
next
the
time.
common moves.
Right.
Oh.
Like
Got
top
it.
center. So,
Shit, dude.
let's do some shout outs and call it an evening. Maggie, why don't we start with you?
All right. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I'm sick. You guys can check out my stuff at margaretcrone.com. All my social media is margaretcrone.com or margaretcrone, something like that. I do stuff on the internets about video games. If you like video games, check it out.
Awesome. All right, Shannon, how about you? Give us some shout outs.
Hey, yo, what up? Now I'm ShannonZKiller.
Hey, yo,
Zed,
what up? I'm
'cause I'm
Shannon.
Canadian. Shut up, Crendor.
Wow, rude.
And you can actually follow me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/ShannonZKiller because I actually stream sometimes, for, whatever. Right now I'm doing Life is Strange, all those episodes, making fun of all the emo kids. And also twitter.com/ShannonZKiller. And that's it for me. And I would also, too, like to kill Crendor. Ingebjorg.
Nice.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
Jesse,
Wow.
let's hear from you, man.
Hey, all my relevant information's there. Yeah,
Other side.
right over
you go.
there.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's all there. Go on the Twitters, Jessica Cox. Go on the YouTube, Jessica Cox. Go on Twitch, Shabuzi, because branding. And this man is crazy but lovable. I can see that. You realize that, JP? I can see that.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you want to see more wild,
Jesus.
crazy fun,
Wild and crazy fun.
wild and crazy. All right, we're all right. All right, get down hand. All right, nope. This will not stand. This will not stand. Anyway, that's all.
Excellent. Crendor, you know what time it is, man.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, game
Go to
time.
it.
Listen,
You gotta
all I'm
show us all how
saying
it's done.
is, I wanted to mold Shannon's new character into my Darth Vader, and it didn't work out that way because I didn't roll any 12s because people, played by the rules. Whatever.
Brutal.
How's it going? I'm Crendor, also known as wowcrendor. Also, thanks to great branding decisions on my 6 years ago self. You can go to youtube.com/wowcrendor. Lots of great fun there. Legion's been announced. I made videos talking about all the new World of Warcraft stuff if you still like that. You can also go to twitch.tv/crendor. I stream stuff a lot. I stream like H1Z1. Shannon shows up sometimes and people call it out, and then she's like,
Yeah.
don't say that I'm here. And so that's true. And then you got twitter.com/wowcrendor. Still waiting on verification. Don't know why it's taking so long. I mean, I am me. Facebook.com/Crendor. You can go to SoundCloud.com/Cox and Crendor. New episode. We talk about all the things that happened in London. That's pretty great. Go to those things.
Go
Thanks.
those things.
Oh, God.
Awesome. And I am Stephen Lumpkin, a.k.a. Silent Osiris.
And he is in the industry.
And I, too, am in the games industry, in
You gotta
case you
face
didn't
your
know.
face so that we can meme it.
Nice.
Game industry expert, Steven.
I actually am working on a game called Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I'll be at PAX Prime. So will Roller Coaster Tycoon World. So if you'll be at PAX Prime, you should check it out. Go by the Atari booth and play with the coaster builder. That's going to be really fun. I don't know why that's so exciting for you, Shannon.
No,
Holy
look
crap.
at
Yeah, why is
JP freaking out. Dude, there's a spelling error
Tycon?
in yours.
Who the
Tycon.
fuck
Hang
is
on.
You should
That's
sue for
Old
improper
Tycon.
branding.
Tycon?
Tycon.
Old Tycon.
O-R
You can
Tycon.
follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Silent Osiris. The O is a 0. I have put a Q&A up on the subreddit, so I hope you guys will come by and check it out. Thank y'all for playing. I have a ton of fun with Sagas of the Icelanders every time we play. I think it's a really cool R&D
Good shit.
show. So, we'll see you next time, and we'll see where all of this religious tomfoolery takes us.
And I'm going to have a baby in game.
What? Wait, what? Oh, God. I thought you were
Man.
adding that to the end. I was like, what did I miss?
False alarm.
By the way, next time I'll have a baby. Like, what?
I
False
stand up and I'm
alarm.
just pregnant.
You're just like
Yep.
massively pregnant. Like, what?
Yep. That's like
That's why I'm sick.
That's why I'm sick, because I'm about
sick
to
because
give
I'm
birth.
throwing up. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
No,
All
I'm
right.
sick because I'm freaking sick.
Y'all, thanks
Thanks
for
for
hanging
watching.
out. Maggie, get some sleep. Later, everybody.
YouTube.com/wow.